Yo, what's good with you? Back in black with another Enlisted video. If you guys are new to the channel and you love shooting games just like me, make sure you aim for that like button and shoot that subscribe button as well. It'll help you find better teammates and it'll improve your skill-based matchmaking, because we need it in all aspects of video games, especially AAA gaming. When it comes to skill-based matchmaking, they're trying to make high-skill players have a horrible time. But neither here nor there. What I have for you guys today is a new update to the Enlisted game across all campaigns when it comes to bombers. Reason that is because one of the main complaints that this game has been getting over the past maybe like a month or so is that bomber planes are spammed way too often, and I guess, you know, it's a matter of opinion, but some people are complaining that they are, I guess you would say, overpowered. So the reason I'm making this video is basically because the Enlisted devs are finally addressing that in some way, shape, or form by nerfing bombers across the board, and I guess in this video I will be going over that. So let's get into it. In this update, we've made some steps toward balancing bomber airstrikes, a mechanic that is available to radio operators in all Enlisted campaigns. The radio operator squad frequent artillery ability now reduces airstrike calls by half. It used to be by 4 times. So essentially, whereas if airstrikes take 16 minutes to call in, if you have that upgrade available in your squad, it will take 8 minutes, which in my personal opinion is a long time. 8 minutes, I guess in the grand scheme of a whole game, can go by kind of fast, but I would say all in all, if you have that upgrade available, you could probably call in bomber airstrike maybe 3 times a game, 4 if you're lucky. But all that being said, they are reducing the frequency of which you can call in said airstrike. And they also say to remember that the first airstrike call is available 30 seconds after the start of a battle. So even if the battle itself is short, you can at least get to use it once, which I think that was kind of a given, but you know, I guess they wanted to throw that out there. They increased the display area of the warning marker in front of the bombers as well. The marker is visible to players controlling aircraft, anti-aircraft engineer guns, or SPAAGs, which is essentially the half track with the anti-aircraft gun on it, to allow you to more effectively counter the airstrike by knowing where it is coming from sooner than later. The direction of the AI bomber formation is now marked with special markers if they are not visible on the screen. They also reduced the flying height of the bombers and changed the bomb weight of all bombers from 100 kilogram bombs to 50 kilogram bombs, which will reduce their payload and make them less deadly overall. For the past few updates, we have been collecting your feedback, and we have been already introducing several other important bomber related improvements. The structural strength of the bombers has been reduced. We already went over this in another video. The ammo belt used by the bomber gunners has become predominantly tracers, such as ammunition is more visible, slightly lower damage characteristics than high explosive field ammunition, so basically they won't shoot you down as easily if you are in an aircraft. And we have increased the building speed of anti-aircraft guns and reduced the cost of their construction. So, you know, minor improvements here and there to make bombers less effective overall, or not necessarily to make them, you know, useless, but more so to make it so that you are more incentivized to actually use the tools provided to you to take them out. Due to these changes, airstrikes do still remain an incredibly dangerous weapon, but they have become rarer and more honest. I don't even know what that means. I think that was a typo, and is now put on the tactical skill of the commander, who must choose the right moment to use them. And I agree with this change 100%. Bombers in essence shouldn't be spammed every time somebody gets the opportunity to spam one, but I agree that they should be used in a more tactical sense. The reason being is because it doesn't necessarily take skill to use a bombing run, but more so it just takes knowledge of where the enemy is and good timing, and it also takes for the enemy to not be aware as well, and also stay in the kill zone, for lack of better words. So all that being said, I didn't necessarily think bombers were the most OP thing in the world to begin with, because as long as you're paying attention to your map, you can avoid it. But you know, I respect the overall community's, you know, complaints in the fact that they are called in too often. And you know, if anything, I was just somebody who took advantage of the fact that you could call them in all the time, and they do net you a lot of kills. So you know, if it's there, I'm going to use it, but if it's nerfed, I don't necessarily see an issue with that as well. What else did they say? One well-planned bombing run can turn the tide of an entire battle, or alternatively, it can be brought down by a professionally prepared air defenses and fighter attacks. I agree, man. Defense in general should take more initiative when it comes to, you know, building defenses that actually contribute to defending the point. You don't necessarily have to go anywhere, so you don't have nothing much better to do than build some, you know, ammo or a medic box or a machine gun emplacement or anti-aircraft guns, whatever the case may be. But these things should be being built way more often, in my personal opinion. More so on console than on PC. I don't know how it is on there. Other than that, the only other thing we have is some other minor improvements that don't necessarily have much to do with the bombers per se, but I will flash this on the screen so you can pause and read it if need be. But other than that, it was just a short little update concerning the bombing runs and addressing people's concerns about how quote-unquote OP they are. But what I wanted to ask you guys is, do you think bombing runs were OP, or did you find them to be in a pretty good spot as they were before? I mean, I don't necessarily mind either way. I'm still going to use it, and I'm pretty sure it'll still be pretty effective if you use it at the right time and place. But, you know, I mean, not using it every what was it, like 4 minutes before, change it to 8 minutes, that's not a bad change. I ain't mad at it. Just let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Do you use bombing runs a lot? Do you not care for them at all? Do you even run radio operator squads? I think they are one of the more essential squads in the game alongside engineer. But that's just me. Let me know what you guys think again down in the comment section, and I appreciate you guys for watching. Trying to keep you guys updated with all the Enlisted news, and yeah, it's been Black Guy. Have a good one. Peace.